In the endless blue of the Pacific, there's a tiny cluster of islands you might never notice. Palau. A world away from the familiar, Palau is nature's untouched masterpiece. Imagine water so clear you feel like you're flying, and limestone islands rising like green mushrooms from turquoise seas. This isn't fantasy, this is Palau. Here, the people are guardians of their land, living in harmony with nature. Their traditions and stories are woven into the very landscape. Palau's bond with its environment has kept it pristine while the world changed. This journey isn't just about beauty, it's about discovering a new way of living. Let me show you the wonders of Palau, where every moment challenges your perceptions. This is just the beginning. Forget crowded beaches and noisy resorts. Palau is different. Here, adventure calls. Kayak through ancient rock mazes, hike to hidden waterfalls, and breathe in the wild, fragrant air. Palau rewards curiosity with moments of awe. The islands, ancient coral reefs sculpted by time, each have their own secrets. Exploring them feels like stepping into a lost world. You feel small, but part of something magnificent. Standing on a cliff, the endless blue humbles you. Palau isn't just a vacation. It's an experience that changes you. It opens your eyes to nature's artistry and your place within it. This journey will stay with you. What awaits in Palau? Wonders beyond imagination. We'll navigate the Rock Island's Southern Lagoon, a UNESCO World Heritage Site of over 400 pristine limestone islands. Swim in Jellyfish Lake surrounded by millions of harmless golden jellyfish. A surreal, magical encounter. Trek through Babeldaob's rainforests, following ancient paths to hidden waterfalls. Discover Palau's green heart and vibrant history. Dive into coral reefs teeming with sharks, rays, and swirling schools of fish. Palau's marine world is a testament to conservation and biodiversity. Join me as we uncover Palau's secrets, adventure, wonder, and so much more. Let's embark on this journey together. Palau awaits. Our journey begins as we leave the main islands, gliding into the turquoise waters toward the Rock Islands. Hundreds of green-draped limestone towers rise from the sea, like a floating emerald forest. Their mushroom shapes, sculpted by millennia of wind and water, are nature's abstract art. Up close, orchids and ancient trees cling to sheer cliffs, birdsong echoing through the air. The islands are both rugged and fragile, a unique ecosystem above and below the water. This is the Rock Island's Southern Lagoon, a UNESCO World Heritage Site of global significance. It's more than a beautiful landscape. It's a vital, interconnected habitat. Exploring here reveals the intricate balance of forest and reef. Every visit is a lesson in nature's complexity. The story of Palau's islands is just beginning to unfold. Navigating the Rock Islands is like solving a living puzzle. No paths, just endless possibilities. Our local captain guides us through narrow channels, where green walls reflect in mirror-still water. Each turn reveals new vistas, open lagoons, secluded coves, and flooded canyons. The islands are fossilized coral reefs, lifted by tectonic forces and sculpted by rain and sea. Their iconic shapes tell a story written over millions of years. Here, you feel the deep pulse of the earth, landscapes in constant flux. We are fleeting visitors in a place shaped by eons. Standing among these ancient formations, our own concerns seem small. Palau's Labyrinth is a humbling reminder of nature's power and patience. Time moves differently here. The Rock Islands are sanctuaries, untouched havens for rare wildlife. In hidden bays, we spot Palauan fruit doves and Micronesian kingfishers, found nowhere else. The islands shield these creatures, offering safety and seclusion. Below, sheltered lagoons nurture young fish, sharks, and rays, crucial nurseries for the reef's health. Isolated marine lakes, each a unique ecosystem, hide within the islands, natural laboratories for evolution. Scientists are still discovering new species in these secret worlds. As the sun sets, we find a hidden lagoon, encircled by cliffs and white sand. The water is crystal clear. It feels like a first discovery. The Rock Islands make you feel like an explorer, even if you're not the first. Here, discovery and peace go hand in hand. The Rock Islands are not just a wilderness. They are also a cultural landscape, rich with human history. For thousands of years, these islands were home to Palauan communities. People lived in villages built on terraced hillsides, their lives intricately woven with the sea and the stone. As we explore, Our guide points out subtle signs of this past. We see the faint outlines of ancient stone pathways, now overgrown with jungle. He shows us platforms that were once the foundations of village meeting houses, or bai. It's a ghostly presence, a whisper of the people who thrived here long ago. These ancient Palauans left more than just ruins. They left stories, legends that are still told today. The islands themselves are characters in these tales, imbued with spirits and personality. There are stories of great battles fought between villages, of brave warriors and powerful chiefs. There are myths about how the islands were created, often involving gods and giants. Listening to these stories while floating through the very landscapes they describe is a powerful experience. It connects you to the deep cultural roots of this place, adding another layer of meaning to the stunning scenery that surrounds you. At one point, we stop at a particular island. We climb a short, steep path to a large cave. The air inside is cool and smells of damp earth. On the walls, illuminated by our guide's torch, are ancient rock paintings. They are simple pictographs, drawn in red and yellow ochre. They depict fish, turtles, and human figures. Some are believed to be thousands of years old. Standing there, in the quiet darkness of the cave, you feel a direct connection to those ancient artists. They were trying to record their world, to leave a mark, just as we do with our cameras today. It's a humbling and deeply moving link to the past. Eventually, the villages were abandoned. The people moved to the larger, more fertile islands of Babeldaob and Koror. The reasons are complex, likely involving climate shifts and changing social structures. But the islands were never forgotten. They remain a sacred place in the Palauan consciousness, a spiritual heartland. They are a source of identity and pride. This deep respect is why they have remained so pristine. They are protected not just by laws, but by a cultural legacy that sees them as an inseparable part of what it means to be Palauan. The legacy is not just in the rock, but in the people. After the Rock Islands, Palau has another surprise. Our next destination is Jellyfish Lake. The journey is part of the adventure. Our boat moors, and we trek into the jungle. It feels like uncovering a secret. Then, we see it. This is Jellyfish Lake, a marine lake, landlocked from the sea. The silence is profound. Before entry, we rinse our feet and gear. Sunscreen is forbidden. We are guests in a fragile world. Standing at the lake's edge, I feel excitement and apprehension. Swimming into a lake filled with millions of jellyfish goes against every instinct. Here, the rules are different. It's a true leap of faith. I slide off the platform into the cool water. For a few moments, I see nothing but the green-tinted water and sunbeams. Then I see the first one, a small golden orb pulsing gently. Within a minute, I am surrounded. They are everywhere. The initial fear vanishes, replaced by absolute wonder. It is one of the most surreal and beautiful things I have ever witnessed. To be in their midst is a privilege that is difficult to put into words. The experience is hypnotic. I lose all track of time, drifting aimlessly, simply observing. The sheer number of jellyfish is staggering. The water is thick with them. It is impossible not to touch them. A gentle, barely there contact that is completely non-threatening. It is a moment of connection with a creature that seems to belong to another planet. The jellyfish have two distinct forms, golden and moon jellyfish. The golden ones undertake the famous daily migration, a quest for sunlight. The moon jellyfish are less common, almost transparent. Seeing both species coexisting is a fascinating glimpse into a self-contained, perfectly balanced world. As I float, I notice how they react to my presence. They simply move around me. There is a peacefulness to their existence that is deeply calming. To be surrounded by such gentle, silent, and purposeful movement is a form of meditation. The worries and stresses of modern life feel a million miles away. Looking down into the deeper parts of the lake, the water becomes darker and the jellyfish become fewer. Below 15 meters, the water is anoxic, a toxic layer deadly to most life forms. The jellyfish live only in the top, sunlit layer. This hidden danger adds to the mystery of the lake. We are privileged to visit this sun-drenched sanctuary and witness the beautiful, silent dance of its unique inhabitants. How did this unbelievable place come to exist? Well, the story of Jellyfish Lake is a masterpiece of geology and evolution. The lake was formed around 12,000 years ago, after the last ice age. As sea levels rose, water filled the basin, trapping jellyfish from the nearby ocean. The jellyfish were effectively isolated, trapped in their own private world. This isolation set the stage for a remarkable evolutionary journey. With no predators and algae providing food, their sting was no longer necessary. Over thousands of years, evolution did its work. Their stingers evolved to become unnoticeable to humans. This allows for the magical experience we can have today. Jellyfish Lake is a living laboratory. It's a lesson in biology, geology, and the power of nature. Our adventure has been defined by the turquoise lagoons and the deep blue ocean, but to truly understand Palau, we must turn away from the coast and journey inland to Babeldaob. This is a vast landscape of rolling hills, dense jungles, and ancient volcanic terrain. It is where the majority of Palauans live, holding stories as deep and compelling as those of the sea. The vibrant green is almost overwhelming. Babeldaob is the backbone of the nation, a place of agriculture, community, and deep history. We venture into the wildest parts of this island in search of hidden waterfalls and unique creatures. We are stepping into the wild heart of Palau. Our trek into the jungle begins. We follow our local guide through the dense vegetation. He points out things we would never see on our own, like medicinal plants. The path is barely visible, and our guide navigates by instinct. We see giant banyan trees and colorful butterflies. Our guide leads us to a clearing with carved stones, the foundation of a traditional men's meeting house, abandoned centuries ago. The jungle has almost reclaimed it. Standing here, you can almost hear the echoes of the past. The hills of Babeldaob are covered in extensive terracing, thousands of years old. From a high vantage point, you can see the faint outlines of these earthworks. Their mystery only adds to the allure of this landscape, rich in both natural and human history. After hours of trekking, we begin to hear a low, distant rumble. We are about to witness the magnificent Ngardmau Falls. We emerge from the trees, and the sight takes my breath away. It is spectacular. A wide, powerful curtain of water cascades down black volcanic rock faces, crashing into a clear pool below. The largest waterfall in Micronesia, its power is immense. I strip off my shirt and dive in. The water is shockingly cold but wonderfully refreshing. Looking up at the cascade is a moment of pure joy. This place feels like a secret paradise, a reward for those willing to make the journey. As we make our way back from the waterfall, I start to notice the smaller details of the forest. The initial overwhelming impression of a wall of green begins to resolve into individual components, each one fascinating in its own right. I see delicate orchids growing on the bark of a tree, their intricate flowers a splash of bright purple against the green and brown. I spot a pitcher plant, a carnivorous marvel of evolution, its waxy cup waiting patiently to trap an unsuspecting insect. The biodiversity here is astonishing, a complex web of life that has evolved in this isolated island environment. Palau is home to several endemic bird species, birds that are found nowhere else on Earth. As we walk, we are lucky enough to spot the Palauan flycatcher, a small, energetic bird with a distinctive call. It flits from branch to branch, a tiny jewel in the vastness of the forest. We also hear the call of the beeb, the Palauan fruit dove, its deep cooing sound echoing through the trees. These birds are a vital part of the ecosystem, helping to disperse seeds and pollinate plants. Their presence is a sign of a healthy, functioning forest, a sanctuary protected from the outside world. The land wildlife of Palau is more subtle than its marine life. There are no large mammals. The creatures of the forest are generally small and elusive. There are lizards, geckos, and several species of bats, including the large fruit bat, which you can sometimes see flying at dusk. There are also saltwater crocodiles, which inhabit the mangrove swamps and estuaries, a formidable predator that commands respect. Exploring the forest is a game of patience and observation. It's about slowing down, looking closely, and appreciating the small wonders that are all around you, hidden in plain sight. Leaving the forest and emerging back into the open sunlight feels like returning from another world. The trek has been physically demanding, but spiritually invigorating. It has shown me a different side of Palau, a side that is just as wild and beautiful as its famous reefs. The green heart of Babeldaob is a place of deep history, raw power, and subtle beauty. It's a reminder that this island nation is a complete ecosystem where the health of the land is inextricably linked to the health of the sea. To truly appreciate Palau, you must explore both its blue soul and its green heart. Our journey takes us deeper, leaving the world of air and sunlight behind. We descend into the kingdom that gives Palau its legendary status. Palau's reputation is built on what lies beneath the surface. It is a world-renowned paradise for divers and snorkelers. We motor out towards the outer reef, where the water changes dramatically. The gentle turquoise gives way to a deep, profound sapphire blue. This is the edge of the abyss. Plunging into the deep blue is always a step into the unknown. When the bubbles clear, I am looking down into another universe. Below me lies a sprawling, vibrant city of coral, a kaleidoscope of colors and shapes. It is teeming with life. The legend is real. This is one of the most vibrant and alive places I have ever seen on this planet. I swim along the reef edge, mesmerized. The coral is the star, a living, breathing animal. I see table corals, flat plates providing shelter for fish. There are intricate branching corals like underwater trees, and giant brain corals. The colors are astonishing: purple, pink, yellow, and electric blue. Among this coral city, I watch a parrotfish crunching on coral. A clownfish peeks out from its sea anemone home. An angelfish glides past. Every crevice holds a new secret. I spot a moray eel poking its head out. Palau's reefs are famously resilient, recovering and thriving. Scientists believe this is due to conservation efforts and unique oceanographic conditions. It is a beacon of hope. As I float above this metropolis, I feel peace. The beauty is a tonic for the soul, a reminder of the wonders we must protect. The reef is also a highway for the ocean's megafauna. Drifting along the reef, a sea turtle glides by with serene grace. Moments later, reef sharks patrol the reef edge with confident elegance. Then, a manta ray materializes, a gentle giant soaring through the water. It's a mesmerizing underwater ballet, a moment of pure awe. These encounters recalibrate our place in the world, filling us with respect and a desire to protect these creatures. One of the most famous underwater experiences in Palau is the drift dive, or in my case, a drift snorkel. At a site called Oolong Channel, the incoming tide funnels a huge volume of water through a narrow cut in the reef. The current is powerful, like a river flowing through the ocean. The idea is simple. You jump in at one end and you let the current carry you effortlessly along. It's like flying underwater. You simply relax, stretch out your arms, and enjoy the ride as the entire reef scrolls past beneath you like a cinematic masterpiece. The experience is thrilling. The speed is exhilarating but not frightening. You glide over vast gardens of lettuce coral, past huge schools of snapper and barracuda that hang almost motionless in the current. The sheer volume of fish is astounding. At times they are so thick they block out the view of the reef below. I feel like I am part of the school, moving with them, carried by the same invisible force. It is a feeling of complete surrender to the power of the ocean, a lesson in letting go and trusting the current to guide you. It is pure, effortless flight. The channel is also famous for sharks. The current concentrates nutrients which attract small fish, which in turn attracts the predators. As I drift along, I see dozens of grey reef sharks and white-tip reef sharks. They congregate in certain areas, resting on the sandy bottom or cruising effortlessly in the current. They seem completely unbothered by my presence as I fly silently over their heads. It is an incredible opportunity to observe their natural behavior in a dynamic environment. You see the power and efficiency of these animals as they use the current to their advantage, a masterclass in hydrodynamics. All too soon the channel widens, the current slows, and the ride is over. I find myself floating in the calm, protected waters of the lagoon, the boat waiting to pick me up. I am buzzing with adrenaline and awe. The drift through Oolong Channel was like a condensed highlights reel of everything that makes Palau's underwater world so special. The vibrant corals, the incredible density of fish, and the thrilling presence of large predators. It's a powerful reminder that the ocean is not a static place. It is a world of energy, of movement, and of constant change. and for a short while, I was lucky enough to be carried along by its pulse. The beauty of Palau is no accident. It's the result of a deep commitment by the Palauan people to protect their natural heritage. This is a core part of their cultural identity, a philosophy known as bull. For centuries, chiefs would declare a bull, temporarily banning fishing or harvesting to allow stocks to recover. This ancient wisdom forms the foundation of Palau's modern conservation policies. The Palauans see themselves as guardians of this paradise. In 2009, Palau established the world's first nationwide shark sanctuary. Palau has designated vast areas of its marine territory as no-take zones. It is a brilliant fusion of traditional knowledge and modern science. Palau is showing the world that it is possible to build a thriving nation in true harmony with nature. In 2017, Palau addressed threats to its environment from tourism with a unique solution. They created the Palau Pledge. Every visitor must promise directly to the children of Palau to protect their home. The pledge is stamped into your passport, a reminder of your commitment. You must sign it, promising to tread lightly, act kindly, and explore mindfully. The pledge is a comprehensive educational campaign that starts before arrival. It has become a national movement, a symbol of Palau's commitment to sustainable tourism. The Palau Pledge has inspired other countries and shows how tourism can protect the wonders that draw us to these incredible places. Palau's conservation efforts are creating tangible, positive results, turning its waters into sanctuaries of hope in a world of declining ocean health. Scientific studies have shown that inside Palau's large marine protected areas, the biomass of fish, the total weight of all fish, is more than double that of fished areas. The populations of top predators like sharks and groupers are 5 times higher. These protected zones are not just preserving what's left, they are actively rebuilding what has been lost. They are functioning as powerful engines of regeneration, pumping life back into the surrounding ocean and creating a vibrant, resilient ecosystem. This success creates a virtuous circle. The healthy reefs and abundant marine life attract high-value, low-impact tourism. Divers and snorkelers are willing to pay more to visit a pristine environment, bringing vital revenue into the country. A significant portion of this income is then reinvested back into conservation management, funding for patrol boats, salaries for rangers, and scientific monitoring programs. This sustainable financing model ensures that the protection of nature is not seen as a cost, but as a fundamental and profitable national investment. It proves that a green economy is not just a dream, but a practical and prosperous reality. However, the people of Palau know they cannot face the world's biggest environmental challenges alone. Their low-lying islands are extremely vulnerable to the impacts of global climate change, particularly sea level rise and ocean acidification, which threatens the very existence of their coral reefs. Palauan leaders have therefore become powerful and eloquent advocates on the international stage. They use their country's example as a platform to call for stronger global action on climate change, speaking with the moral authority of a nation that is doing everything within its power to protect its own corner of the planet for all of humanity. Ultimately, visiting Palau is more than just a holiday. It is an education. It is a chance to see what is possible when a nation puts nature at the very heart of its identity and its decision-making. It is a chance to witness a community working together to safeguard its precious resources for the long term. Palau stands as a shining example, a beacon of hope in a troubled world. It shows us that with foresight, courage, and a deep respect for traditional wisdom, we can create a future where both people and nature not only survive but thrive together. It is a powerful and inspiring lesson. Our journey through Palau is coming to an end, but the memories of this extraordinary place will echo for a lifetime. We have traveled from the floating emerald forests of the Rock Islands to the silent golden ballet in Jellyfish Lake and soared through a living city of coral. We have seen a nation that is defined by its stunning beauty and its fierce determination to protect it. Palau is a profound and inspiring story of hope, resilience, and the deep, unbreakable connection between people and nature. The colors seem brighter here, the silence deeper, the stars at night more brilliant. It is a reminder of what the world can be like when we allow nature to flourish. They are deeply spiritual experiences that connect you to the very pulse of the planet. Why should you dream of visiting Palau? You should come not just to see its wonders, but to feel them. Palau is a promise that places of pure, untamed magic still exist in our world.